got permission from the owners, guys. We got permission.
When this test site was abandoned, they didn't even bother to take the rocket with them. Located in the middle of 25,000 acres of land purchased by the Aerojet company in the early 1960s, this test site was developed to experiment with various types of rocket fuel. It's funny, but the government and its contractors have a long tradition of abandoning facilities that no longer serve them. But in general, these sites are cleaned up of anything of interest, leaving a starkly empty building just to rot. However, at the Aerojet Dade rocket facility located in Homestead, Florida, they decided to just leave their giant rocket where it was. On this property, you're going to find about 14 primary structures, and then there's a couple of rocket silos. Aerojet also created the largest and longest canal found anywhere in the Everglades. You can find this on any map of South Florida. It's called the Aerojet Canal. Unfortunately, Aerojet's future in the Everglades would be short-lived after the test firing of its rockets. The firing of these rockets propelled hydrochloric acid and toxic fuels into the air, toxifying the surrounding swampland. Today, the facility is an urban explorer's fantasyland, only accessible by bike or foot from the Aerojet Road and the Ingram Highway. The boys and I got special permission to go back and explore the facility and had it all to ourselves. And unfortunately, TikTok only gives me 10 minutes to record a video. If you guys actually want to go see the full video, which is over 2.5 hours, go check out my YouTube channel, which is linked in my bio. Due to the facility's remote location, it has become the site of multiple murders and unsolved cases. In 2013, 18-year-old Jesus Trejo went missing after leaving his home to meet some quote-unquote white dude out in the Everglades, according to his aunt. This information led police to the Aerojet Road where Trejo's car was found abandoned. After an extensive search, his body was found in the canal with a gunshot wound to the head and signs showing that he was attacked by an alligator while in the water. Unfortunately, his killer was never found. Later that same year, 21-year-old Christian Joseph McKenzie left his house on November 14, 2013. Christian's father grew suspicious when his son never showed up for work. Police conducted an investigation and found his truck in a remote area of southwest Miami-Dade. And the following morning, an officer found his body along the Aerojet Canal with a gunshot wound in his upper torso. On January 23, 2015, detectives were able to recover McKenzie's firearm and determine that he was shot with his own gun. Between the physical evidence and witness testimonies, they found 21-year-old Juan Salgado as the culprit in the killing. Salgado was already incarcerated for unrelated charges at the time he was charged with the murder. You can read more about this story and stories like this in a book called Lost Miami: Stories and Secrets Behind the Magic City Ruins. If you are planning a trip out to visit this abandoned Aerojet facility in Homestead, I would highly recommend you do the following. This location is in the middle of the Everglades. No matter if you're going there in the winter time, there are going to be massive mosquitoes, so bug spray is a must. I would recommend bringing plenty of water. Even though it's in the middle of winter right now, it's still quite hot down here in South Florida, and it is a heck of a trek to get back here to these buildings. And by heck of a trek, I mean almost 3 miles to get back here from where you have to park your cars. So I would recommend bringing an e-bike or an e-scooter or a bicycle or something that can help you get back here. And finally, I would recommend making sure that you pack your common, since this is a very remote area. You're going to run into who knows what out here. It could be a crazy alligator. It could be a python. It could be, just somebody that you may not even want to run into hanging out here. One last note, these buildings are posted no trespassing, so I would highly recommend that you seek permission to go onto this property before you actually trek all the way out there. If you made it this far into the video, first and foremost, let me say thank you. I really appreciate the support. And if you want to go see the full video, as mentioned earlier, please trek over to my bio. You'll see my YouTube channel link there, and you'll see the 2.5-hour video that I posted of our entire investigation and urban exploring out there at the Aerojet facility. Thanks again.
You guys stand in here, let me get your picture.
You're up. You're up. All wants us to take a picture.
That's groundwater.
Groundwater?
Yeah.
Went through the foundation?
Mm-hmm. You guys stand here, let me get your picture. You guys stand in the corner here, let me get your picture here too.
I really wanted to check out that corner building, the big one.
Yeah.
We'll do that next time.
Get in the